Hey guys, Nick Fong with Ronival Real Estate here in the Baja. I'm on the beach and the 2020 Tom Ferry Summit is going off. Hopefully you're getting a lot of great information. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about how I use a simple tool to increase my sales. What's that tool, you might ask? Well, it's the phone. Today I'm gonna talk about how you can use the phone to lead to more sales. For example, the phone can be anywhere. You can take this everywhere. For example, relaxing on a hammock. Even while driving, but make sure to use your hands free. Even on a tennis court. Also when by poolside. Also on a golf course. Even in a restaurant. And even while walking your dog. Come on, Jagger. Oh, geez. I guess the bathroom too, or maybe not. So I think you get the point. The phone can be used in many, if not all places. If your sales business is anything like what mine was in the beginning, I wasn't getting enough sales, and it was by no means consistent. Now, you can be door knocking, sending mailers, hosting open houses, building referrals, and all the other tactics that are tried and true. But I really think the mother of all prospecting is the phone call and text message. I want to share 5 tips that will help you phone your way to more sales. Let's get started. I'm going to make it really easy to remember with this simple acronym, phone. P, H, O, N, and E. The P stands for the first tip, which is persistence. Do this by making a schedule and time block your day to do your phone calls and text messages. At least 1 to 2 hours a day. Doing it every day will pay off great dividends, and for sure, there will be days you don't get any wins, but it's no different than eating well and working out if you're looking to lose weight. There are days when you don't see the change in the mirror, but it's the long game of doing the work day in and day out. And in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days even, you'll start seeing the changes. Stay positive, because there will be days you can seem to do no wrong and talk to every single person you call and set up tons of appointments. One thing I can tell you is, don't do the calls and texts blindly. This needs to be analyzed and requires adjustments. What do I mean by that? This brings me to tip number 2, which is here. Ask questions. Take notes. Use the information you gather for future calls and text communications. I can't tell you how many times I have used this tactic by writing down the names of family members, dog names, birthdays, anniversaries, hobbies, special interests, upcoming life events like a surgery, wedding, birth of a child, grandchild. I think you get the picture. All of this enriches the bond and rapport you have with your prospects and leads. Can you imagine asking a lead after the first phone call, gathering enough information that on your next call or text in a week or 2 weeks, you're asking them, how's your wife Susie's new job going? Or how is your daughter Jenny doing now after getting her driver's license? Or how about, did you get the new car yet? This allows you to get to know your prospect in less of a transactional way, but more a personal way. This led me to more sales and will for you too. As you hear your way to more sales, make sure not to overlook my tip number 3. Tip number 3 is originality. What do I mean by this? Well, when I call my prospects, I want to avoid sounding like the typical sales agent, but say or write something that is going to be eye-catching and provoke a response back. It can be shocking, inquisitive, even funny. Whatever it is to get their attention, and make sure to test it. We want to be able to hook and engage the prospects from the first call or text and get them to respond. For example, our most successful text message, bar none, is the most simplistic text you can imagine. You ready for this? Here it is. It is a 3 simple word question. Is this? And their name. Try it, you'll be amazed. Why does this get such a great response rate? I think it's because it's short and simple to start. It uses their name, which everyone loves to hear or read their name, which starts the first step to rapport. And it's a question that can be easily answered. Now be warned, the following text you send once they say yes is very important, because now that the door of opportunity has opened just a little, is now your job to pry it open just a little bit more. I follow up with a response back like, awesome, just checking because you inquired about homes on my site, or maybe, did you need any help finding a house? For phone calls, we use this one simple question. Weather is great in Cabo today. How is it where you are? This is also an amazing performer on text messages. Now, I know you don't live in Cabo, most likely, and you might or might not live in a second home destination, but find your uniqueness about your area that you're selling real estate. Services, buyers, sellers, use that to your lead-in. My thought process with this script I just shared with you was born out of Cabo literally having 300 days of sunshine a year, and our clients always saying how great the weather is, and me personally knowing it too. And a big reason why I've lived here now for nearly 16 years. Well, that and me and my wife here. So what if you're not in a second home market, but you live in Chicago, like where I was born and raised, and there was a huge snowstorm the night prior to your phone calls or your text messages? Maybe lead in with a script like, how much snow did you get by your home? Test it on the first 10 calls or text messages. And if it keeps working, keep going at it. A/B test it with a different script. Maybe still showing home, snow or snow. Let me know if you're interested. As you can see, these things can also be used very well in text messages also. The bottom line to the originality piece is to get their attention, which is no different than that catchy subject line in an email. Now, let's get original and get more sales. But before doing that, it's important to think about tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to know your numbers. For example, in my business, we have done this year alone over 90,000 phone calls, and we'll do around 150,000 calls by year end. We have a 3.5% contact rate on our calls. And in terms of text messages, we have already sent thousands of text messages with a 31% contact rate. Well, how do you make so many calls and text messages? For texting, simple tip, my team uses a CRM, personally Boomtown, which allows us to send up to 200 text messages a day per user. Or you can use a website called Texting Base, which starts with plans at $50 a month. For phone calls, try Mojo, mojosales.com. Plans start at $99 a month. Whether it's Mojo or Boomtown, it allows you to record and report the numbers, which allows you to make better decisions and make a decision what direction you go. Example, a text message, do you like dogs or cats? Is that a better response rate to, are you a dog lover? And with phone calls, how about knowing when is the best time to call? These type of questions can only be answered if you're collecting the numbers. And using technologies and systems like the ones I have mentioned will make this easier and get you on your way to more sales. This takes me to my 5th and final tip, your energy. My tip number 5, what does that mean? Energy. I am a big believer that the energy you give is the energy you get back. So if you're doing your phone work with low energy, bad energy, or no energy at all, you will get that same energy back. Keep in mind that your spoken or written words represent 7% of your actual communication effectiveness. Your intonation and your body language will be the other 93%. Here are some ways to get your energy right. Stand up, don't sit down. Do some quick exercises, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, stretches. Do some yoga poses before starting those phone calls. Get the blood flowing. This tip is so important in my business and what I tell my agents all the time. Get your energy right and it will get you more sales, guaranteed. So there you have it. 5 simple tips to phone your way to more sales. Hold on though, one moment. I have one more thing for you. Oh, I forgot. One more place you can use the phone, in the bathtub. Enjoy the rest of the summit. Bye for now.